YouTube, hello. First week's done. What a great first week. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this and checked me out over on our Instagram page and the Facebook page, but wow, what a response. And this is to everybody who's going to see this across any of those formats. I'm just absolutely blown away. My first video, as I said, if you've watched it, I mentioned that I didn't think anybody would watch it. I didn't know how it would take in. I knew my families and friends would just obviously support me, but the sheer amount of people that have got involved and have got in contact with me, have motivated me, have supported me, have advised me. I have been inundated with messages daily from people for me to reply to. Some are just coming back and giving me supportive comments. Some have been ideas, some have been tips, and a few people have really got involved with the challenge and the progress that I'm going to be making. So everybody, really from the bottom of my heart, I really thank every single one of you. It's been truly amazing. So this video is just going to be a little bit about the first week. We're going to do the first official weigh-in next week on next Monday. So a lot of the challenges that I've actually overcome, I didn't think I would be able to. The first thing was just doing it in the first place. I made the video and then got really pumped for it. But once, obviously, you start a process like this, you've really got to commit. And that's why I did that video, was to put myself in a position where I had to commit then. I had to go for it. So across the week, we've had various videos you may have seen across Instagram and YouTube. For those who, Instagram and Facebook. For those of you who haven't seen them, some of the things that I've done this week have included swimming. One of the things I really wanted to do was go and swim a mile. Now I put up, I was going to swim a mile just as long as it took me, or as many lengths as I could, until I got finished. Now our pool, local to me, is 25 metre pool, standard size pool, and a mile is 64 lengths, so 32 laps of the pool. I thought I may have well done around about 20 or 30 before kind of everything collapsed and I was doing nothing more, but completely out of nowhere I was able to do the mile. I've had a look at the time. It's an average time. I'm a pretty strong swimmer anyway. So I did the mile in 54 minutes, so I was quite happy with that, really pleased. And I've got a time, I want to try and get that down to about 40 before I maybe start upping it, maybe go up to 1.5 miles, 2 miles. So looking at really kind of how I can up the ante on that one. Some of the other things I've done is just general gym work. Started off with a lot of cardio. It's been a very cardio heavy week, just to kind of get me into the kind of whole swing of things. One of the challenges for that, which was something that I really struggle with more than anything, is I struggle with running, specifically jogging. So with the treadmill there, every single day I went into the gym, my warm-up was 10 minutes of jogging, but for as much as I could. Now, day one, that was only 90 seconds, and then I have to take a little walk, back to jogging for a minute or two, back to walk, up to 10 minutes. I'm really happy that through the week, each time I've got on, that's got longer and longer. I've actually got that up to 9 minutes was my time today before I kind of really had to. So I'm hoping kind of over the next couple of days that gets up to the 10 and then kind of keep on pushing from there, get that up to 20. Just something to keep me going and keep me focused each time. I've been doing a lot of high intensity interval training. That's something that's been brought up a huge amount across this last week, or HIIT training, as people like to call it. Basically, I've incorporated that into the cardio I'm doing with my sprints. So I do a minute walk or a minute slow jog, and then a minute sprint, back and forth, 10 sets. Same on the bike, same on the cross trainer, same on the stepper. So really kind of infuse the high intensity interval training into that. But I've also done kind of more steady training as well. I've been given a good bit of advice that your high intensity obviously kind of mobilizes all the other fat cells and everything like that to go. And then your more steady training tends to kind of burn it off. So kind of one then the other, then one then the other, then one then the other, kind of over the course of the week. So that was really good. What else have we done? We've had food. That was the thing I stressed more than anything, that's where I struggle. And I've had so many good ideas that have been sent to me. I wasn't able to do them last week purely because I didn't have the food, didn't have the time to go to the shop. That was actually done over the weekend. For those who saw that video, myself and my daughter, we went to a shop. I got a lot of good comments about that. We had a good bit of fun going around the down Tesco's and choosing some healthy foods. Did a video on the actual foods that we got. So there was a few things that since putting it on there, a few people said, oh, maybe not try that one. Go for Greek yogurt as opposed to Greek style yogurt. The protein granola has kind of been hit. A few people have sat on the fence with it. People have, yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, it's not a good idea. But that's the point of this. I mean, what I think I'd like to get across kind of most of all is for right now, everything that was on that table is 1,000,000 times better for me than the food I was eating before. So although the protein granola does have a fairly high sugar content, I'm not cutting sugar completely. I'm not on that kind of, I know there are diets that say literally no sugar. I'm allowed a certain amount of it. I've got a really great guy who's working with me. His name's Craig, on my nutrition. He's really kind of given me every bit of information I need, and as long as I'm sticking within my parameters, I can have X, Y, and Z. So I work out each day what I'm going to have, and sometimes I might have something like those Greek style yogurts. Sometimes I might not. Sometimes I might have a Snacker Jack. So it kind of changes on each day, but I'm making sure I'm sticking within the kind of the healthy parameters. And to make sure that these numbers kind of over the course of the weeks, they continue dropping. I don't want to get into a stale point yet. I mean, I've got so much weight to lose that it should be quite a while before I actually hit that kind of that wall where you just can't lose weight. At that point, then, and probably not until then, am I going to be completely kind of nitpicking every single detail. I still want to enjoy my life in the food I eat, so that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and have things like Mars bars, pizzas, or anything like that. It means that for my treat, I might have a Greek style yogurt. They're 84 calories. They're not tremendously bad. So just wanted to say that whilst I really appreciate every single comment, some obviously where it says don't do that, do this, I have taken it under advice, and that will be coming down the line. But for right now, while I'm in this kind of transition between completely unhealthy food to kind of what I should be eating, there will be a few things that I need to work on more, and over the coming weeks that I'll work on more and kind of focus in. The one thing I was really surprised about was a post that I put up on Saturday, my first kind of really properly healthy meal. I had a few in the week, chicken and veg, omelette examples, but at the weekend I had a sweet potato with two sweet potatoes, with some tuna. Some tuna with light mayonnaise and just a huge helping of salad. I then repeated this on Sunday, changing out the tuna mayo for a homemade chilli that I made with a lean mince. And I've never really been a salad person. I would love to eat them. I'd love to be able to kind of really get a big bowl of colourful, delicious salad and just tuck into it and really go for it. But as with most people that are kind of overweight and have got to themselves from eating the wrong kind of foods, you're kind of, for some reason, your taste buds just don't want it. I'm going to have to kind of train myself a bit more on that. But what surprised me most of all was the fact that with something like a sweet potato or with like a hot meat or something like that I can mix it in with, it was absolutely delicious. I've tried things that I have never tried before. Beetroot. I absolutely love beetroot. Spinach. I really went for the spinach. Put a huge helping of that in on the second day, so really enjoying that. Tomatoes, cucumber, all these kind of things that I've spent years and years and years and years making myself quite clear that I didn't like them. What I do. So what a great result that's turned out to be. So I'll be having kind of plenty of side salads in not only in my lunches but also in my dinners. So I think that was probably one of the kind of the toughest things that I kind of had to overcome mentally was the food. But so far so good. I've got some really good ideas coming for the following weeks. A lot of people mentioned kind of oily fishes, etc. Because I had quite a huge amount of mince and chicken breasts already kind of within the fridge and freezer. I'm kind of hanging off until maybe another kind of week or two for that. Huge thing for me has also been what I've not had, specifically the junk food, specifically chocolate. So I've not touched one thing that's been bad for me since I made my first video. Everything has been to the nail. of what's on my my fitness pal. You guys are more than welcome to join me on that. If you want to add me on that, you can exactly see what I'm eating and kind of what's going through me. Again, the name on there is the same as everything, Wicks Weight Loss. So add me on there, and you're more than welcome to kind of have a look and see what I'm doing. And if you look and you think, oh, do you know what, I think you could do better here, give me a hit up. Let me know where you think I can do better. And I'm always open to the comments. Other thing I haven't touched, fizzy drinks. I live and die by fizzy drinks, and that's not only Coke, but I used to have those Monster energy drinks. Other energy drinks are available, and I would have at least one a day. Sometimes it got to the point where I felt like I actually had to have one to actually mobilise myself. Now that's going to be more of a mental thing. Obviously, I didn't need those to mobilise myself, but I felt I did. I felt I actually had to have one. And I worked out earlier today that I would have usually one can of like a Pepsi Max, which aren't the worst of them, but still it's fizzy drink, at lunch at work. And then I'd have at least two of an evening, plus then a Monster. The amount of just wrong ingredients that are going through me. I know Pepsi Max doesn't have a sugar content, but it has a sugar replacement, aspartame I think it's called, and yeah, the wrong things that would just be going through me. So I haven't touched one fizzy drink in this entire process. Now for me that's huge, because I just used to drink them all the time. So I'm living by water, and or as I like to call it, H2. Oh yeah! And it's amazing, and it really kind of refreshes me, it really keeps me going, and yeah, that's kind of been a massive thing for me. So a lot of things that I feel I've accomplished in the first week already, and with all those kind of healthy foods and healthy drinks going through me, I also feel so much better inside. I feel so much healthier already. Now, I know I won't have lost a lot of weight already in comparison to what I need to lose, but inside, I don't know if you ever felt like this, if you've been through a long spell of eating just absolute junk food, when you have, like what I have, a week of just pure goodness going through you and lots of water, you feel great. I feel amazing. Every day I get up and I think I can do so much with my day, whereas before it was a struggle to get out of bed, it was a struggle to go and do what I wanted to do. I finish work and I come home, and that's another thing, I'd finish work, come home, and I would obviously eat the wrong foods, but I would sit and play on my video games for the night, or sit and watch TV for the night. And so far, I haven't even had time to turn on my PlayStation. I've maybe watched a handful of shows over the past week, where I've been going to the gym, coming back and communicating and interacting with all you guys that have been following me across Instagram, YouTube and Facebook over the last week. And it really has been amazing. It's also like a social life in itself, and it's truly amazing. So just want to say again, thank you so much for everybody that's got in contact. Thank you for giving me your support, and I hope that the weight loss that I can give you back for your time to me is gonna be worth it, because as long as something's coming off each week, I'm gonna be so happy. Now, I did have a little sneak peek today at the weight, and yeah, I'm really happy at the moment. I was going to be leaving it completely until next week, but my friend who's doing my nutrition, we needed to kind of work out exactly where I am to make sure the first week was right, so we know where we're doing. So the first 2 weeks were quite important for him to have. So I had a little sneak peek earlier, and yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's going. And next week I'll be doing a kind of a video just about that weight and how the first couple of weeks have gone, and what weight we'll be at then. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where we get to next week. If you haven't already, come over and join me on Instagram and on Facebook. Both of them are Wicks Weight Loss. We have quite a few people that have been interacting, commenting and interacting with each other, which has been really great. So it'd be great to see people coming over as a community. A lot of people have said how much they've been inspired by it. Now, this is something I did to inspire me. This is something that I did for you guys to inspire me. The last thing I thought of was going to be anybody else getting inspired themselves and starting their own journeys and getting themselves back into it. And so what would be really great is if you come over, like on Instagram, like on Facebook, share, comment, everything. It's so invigorating to have people of a like mind that are helping, eating and living healthy lifestyles, helping everybody and communicating it well. So it'd be really great to see you if I haven't already kind of spoken to you yet. And yeah, until next time, take care.